Hey, welcome back to my silly little channel. Today we're watching Season 2, Episode 5, House of the Dragon, Regent. And whilst I have not edited yet, big takeaways from the previous episode are, of course, Rhaenys and her dragon, they're out, right? They're out of the show. I say that as if we didn't see, her dragon get chomped, choked out, pass out, die, plummet to the ground with her on its back and smash into the castle, wrecking the castle, letting, whichever force it is, the Brackens or the whoever. We've seen them before. I even believe in the previous episode there may have been a reference to when Rhaenyra was looking for husbands and people were trying out. I even think that like the kid who killed one of the other suitors, these two groups is what I think. It's years later, but same assholes dealing with the same dumb shit. They had all that set up with what something could happen to you, Corlys, and then something happens to her. So what's Corlys gonna do? How's he gonna take it? Speaking of Corlys, the way that I've eventually come to believe that maybe Alan on the docks is a bastard of Corlys's. I didn't really pick up on it when watching the episode, but it's pretty apparent, and I'm wondering. I didn't really. I said now I'm wondering, but I've never really thought it out. Why are we introducing bastards to this couple? Anyways, who cares? It's July 20th. This episode has been out for a week or so. By the time you're seeing this, months would have gone by. So, past me, I'm catching up. My brain, I'll get there. And Cole fucking survived the encounter. Everyone around him, not so much. But yeah, Cole gets to live on, so what the hell. Anyways, let's see what goes on in this episode. Episode 5 from Season 2, Regent. Here we go. Yeah, I want to pay more attention to these tapestries in the intro. What a shot. That's a man with the bad news already. Yeah, and to think about it, Rhaenys was one of the most experienced dragon riders and fighters, and her and Meleys in combat. So it's not just a personal loss, but it's a huge tactical loss too.
The traitor dragon Meleys, slain at Brook's Rest by your king.
Bro, that's a little fucked.
Don't they realize we won the battle?
Strange victory.
Alright, Alicent's brother, whose name I forgot. Oh, what's in the box? Do they have Rhaenys in there too? Now, should be smashed to jelly, bro. There's no way.
I thought the Jacaerys was gods.
It's just me.
I feel like they could have composited the head maybe a little bit better in this scene. I don't know why. The rat catchers are still up there. Oh my god. That's funny because in Game of Thrones they always talked about heads on pikes and our bodies would still be there, but you never really saw it that often. Season 2 House of the Dragon was like, we still got him. Yeah, why do you have cat's paw? Oh yeah, that's what's in the box. They're not bringing back Rhaenys' smashed jelly remains. It's the fucking king all burnt up. Yeah, I feel sorry for her, man. Helena. It took me a minute. I feel sorry for Helena. Yeah, no one's celebrating. Dragon head through the city, whatever. King delivered, whatever. I'm guessing not dead? Because the Yeah, because
Is he alive?
yeah, the sisters.
Grace remains with us.
Damn, yeah. Because the sisters would be prepping him. The Sisters of Silence would be prepping him if he was dead. You might want to leave, Allison. Yeah. Ha ha. Like, you know the crispy edges when you cook something in the pan? Like, that's... He's all the crispy edges.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Your Grace, these next hours are most critical.
Yeah. That was the most polite and tactical way to dismiss the Queen. To say, get the fuck out of here. In the shortest amount of time. Impossible. Ooh. I don't have a problem with bones or compound fractures, but I didn't know we had one going on. I wasn't ready for it.
Someone will have to rule in his stead.
And I didn't even talk about that in the outro or the intro to this. Like, Aemon took a shot on the king.
What happened?
We took the castle at the cost of some 900 men.
The king. Sir Kristen, what befell him?
Was he knocked out by the time that happened?
And Aemond? What was his part in this?
Everyone at the battle,
I could not say.
there would be rumor, people would have seen dragon blast other dragons.
Our largest dragon has been killed. Kristen Cole marches about the Crown Lands unchallenged. We still have no ground army but the one we hope that Daemon will raise. It is merely that the gentler sex, heretofore, has not been much privy to the strategies of battle or their execution.
There has been peace in our lifetime. You've seen no more battles than I have.
Hey.
If Cole pursues his campaign, our allies must be
We
ready.
must answer Rook's Rest and Duskendale.
They are lost already, but Vhagar is depleted after such a hard-fought battle.
If Aegon is dead, we will soon know it.
Well, if Aemond is back in King's Landing, then Vhagar is too. You can't jump on him. He's...
What would you have me do?
My mother gladly sends you away. To scout, to fight. Whilst I'm here being forced to play the coddled princeling, it's humiliating, Bela.
She only protects you.
The phrase.
Ew.
They control the crossing at the Twins.
Ew.
Cregan Stark's greybeards are marching south. If his men had a direct route into the Riverlands, we would not have to wait for Daemon to act. I will treat with the phrase to secure it.
She will not like it.
Then don't tell her. Not until I'm away.
Don't tell the Queen. That always works out. The Queen mustn't know.
You have no choice but to submit. Our terms are simple, Lord Bracken. Renounce the false King Aegon as a usurper. And bend the knee to me. Or your house burns.
I would sooner be the Lord of Bones and Cinders than bend my knee before some heathen Blackwood cunt and his hired dragon.
Couldn't somebody just hit Daemon with an arrow right now in the head? He's a still target. Just dink, you know.
We choose fire.
He's gonna do it now. He ain't gonna wait.
I did not think they would be so eager to die.
They made their choice. You should have indulged them.
I need them alive.
Oh.
I came here to raise swords, not corpses.
Wow.
They would rather burn than succumb. Exactly the kind of men I need.
Are you two about to make out?
Every man has a weakness.
Show them your worst.
I am your servant, Your Grace.
Oh. Okie dokie. The Eyrie. Wait. Yeah. Yeah. Motherfucking moon door.
The Eyrie itself is impregnable. Unless, of course, we're descended upon from the sky.
You promised the Queen Rhaenyra 15,000 swords.
In return for protection.
Then she has exceeded your terms. She sent 2.
Damn.
Both still wet from the egg.
Well, you know.
The dragons will grow. In time.
I don't have time. My sympathies for the death of your grandmother.
Do they hold you responsible for Rhaenys and her dragon?
I would rather they had. They speak around me, not to me. Oh, they would make me queen, but they wish to keep me here, confined.
You are your father's chosen successor.
They did not prepare me to fight.
Will you send to him?
For too long I have looked to him for strength. If I must be supplicant to my own husband, what does that make me?
Bread is scarce. The king has fallen. They whispered to each other that when Viserys lived, there was peace.
Whispers tear down stone.
If it wasn't for all those damn scorpions, she could just go melt the Red Keep, but...
And you think they will turn to me?
To the discontented, rumors are feed. What you cannot do, let others do for you. There is more than one way to fight a war.
Yeah, you have to delegate authority, trust people, you know, have different departments doing different shit. You have to. Yeah, that was the cook or the maid trying to give her dinner. So why are we getting another shot of her?
Did your grandmother ever tell you of the night she claimed Melees?
She snuck into the dragon pit.
She knew that place better than any elder.
I wished I had known her when she was young.
You are very like her in some ways. Would you give this to your grandsire?
Daemon.
Oh, back to Daemon fuckery. I like the idea that it's like the weirwood tree
The finest
that he slept on bed that was messing with his head and doing these dreams.
But he lacked your constitution. Viserys was unsuited for the crown. Daemon, you were made to wear it.
I can't tell who this woman is. What? Or is supposed to be.
If only you'd been born first. My favorite son.
Is the duck not to your liking, Your Grace?
What kind of weird Oedipal shit did we just witness? I thought maybe it was
a goose.
I thought maybe it was his brother's wife.
Like
that was, but then it was like some mom shit.
I'm not hungry.
There's of course the matter of payment. After the
What?
The tragedy that befell his father, I rather thought Your Grace, as emissary to the Queen, that perhaps she could provide the necessary coin if you could only write to her.
No. Paranor is my command. I shall guarantee the payment myself.
Oh. Okay. I thought he was saying no, like you're not getting paid. He just meant like no, it doesn't have to go to King's Landing, or it doesn't have to go to Dragonstone. You can go to me.
What would you call the husband of the Queen?
Well, the king.
There it is then.
Consul.
That last bit seems unnecessary, don't you think?
Grievous burns over much of his body. He has many broken bones. I fear there are more injuries within. I have plied my crafts to their fullest extent. Our king's fate lies with the gods now.
A king cannot rule in his sleep. The realm will have noticed his absence. But now we must name a regent to take his place until he recovers. Or does not.
Is he sitting at the head of the table? That would be hilarious. Yep. Or no.
Do you have a candidate?
He's opposite of the main
I myself
seat.
served in this role of my husband. I am well prepared to do it again.
I like how Tyrion chose to sit across from Tywin at the small council.
The obvious choice is his immediate successor, Prince Aemon. Agreed.
Aemond is young. And his lack of restraint has already cost us dearly.
They're afraid to disagree in front of Aemond.
I agree, Your Grace. It must be Prince Aemon.
Damn. Even Dirtyfoot, even Littlefoot won't. Damn. Cool.
The hand speaks with the king's voice, Sir Kristen. What say you?
He hasn't said a fucking word. I've noticed that too.
Aemond is the next in line.
We got a king regent. We got a king consort. She is exploding inside right now. Is she gonna lash out? We've seen her in season 1 kind of do some crazy shit at times.
We shall meet again at first light. When someone cut down the fucking rat catchers.
Ah! I was just talking about it's good to see him up there for so long. Not good to see him, but you know. Not anymore.
Our neighbors are stealing from each other. We must get out.
And where would you have us go? North, maybe? South?
We should make for Templeton. Have you been paid for those machines you were forced to build?
The king has promised payment.
The king has lied. By all means, stay and wait for his empty promises, husband. With them, you can feed the mouths of ghosts.
It's similar, like, I think it's like, hope makes for a good breakfast, but a bad dinner. That loyal-ass dog. Even after getting kicked, fuck that guy. Got everyone else killed. Yeah, I thought it would smell with the fucking corpses everywhere. She was taking it pretty well, but then it hit her.
Aemond is the next in line. It is the order of things.
You know what he is. What he has somehow become.
What I saw at Rook's Rest.
What? What did you see?
We have given the war to the dragons. The dragon rider should lead us.
And what of justice?
If you're getting melted, you have to melt back. That's the only... You
Have I not spared you? What we must do now is terrible. Will you preside over it? Is this who you are?
I'm not buying this Kristen Cole redemption arc. I still don't like him. Oh? What? Why can't people leave the city?
Prince Regent and Protector of the Realm.
Aemond.
Does he mean the king?
I don't know.
You cannot keep us here! To return to your homes!
The phrase, right?
Jason Lannister is marshalling to the west. We need to check him before he reaches River Run. That requires passage.
Our fear lies in Vhagar.
You fear a dragon.
Yeah.
Leagues away, when mine own sits outside your walls.
Do you offer us your protection?
I do.
Though it occurs to me that dragons cannot be in two places at once.
Or 3.
If you get chopped up in the little pieces, like season 1.
You want Harrenhal?
Why does everyone want that cursed, gigantic, melted, wet, drippy place?
What does her grace desire?
Fucking troops.
Bent knees.
Questionable CGI backdrops. Questionable CGI backdrops.
War is a terrible thing.
This is not war. These are crimes against the innocent that any upright man would repudiate.
Surely you haven't.
She's got dagger eyes. I'm pretty sure I've said it before. If not, I thought it.
Brackens had their chance to do as I required.
The realm will suffer if Daemon One-Eye rules.
Aemond One-Eye? Is that what you're calling it? Aemond One-Eye?
She cannot succeed, Alice. Even if I willed it to be so. The people who support her will not be led by her. They look to a man for strength.
It's a pity, don't you think, that you never knew your mother?
After that weird-ass dream, you're gonna say that shit?
Message. Fresh news from Stonehenge. The Blackwoods have overwhelmed the Brackens, and Lord Amos has pledged his banner to you. House Bracken is yours.
Grandsire, I'm giving her
I sought you at high tide.
an accent now.
My castle is a tomb. Empty. Haunted.
The wealth you brought back from Yi Ti and a shy, inspiring awe and envy. I wonder if any of them knew it was all for her. Queen Rhaenyra wishes to name you Hand.
I should not ask enough of my house.
It is a sign of her great esteem. Rhaenys was not only your wife, not a thing to be taken from you. She was a Targaryen princess. She died as she would have wished to die, with honor, in Dragonfire, the way my mother chose, and the way I myself wish to meet my end. I grieve my grandmother who loved me, but I carry her on with me. I will see Rhaenyra ascend the Iron Throne, as Rhaenys wished, as Rhaenys herself should have. You yourself may do as you see fit.
Okay.
Granddaughter.
Yeah, that's been her best scene of the whole show. She just fucking killed it.
I would make you my heir.
I am blood and fire. Driftmark must pass to salt and sea.
Sea dragon. Get some Kraken in here. Get some fucking Greyjoys. No. No.
You were correct in saying our best hope of an army is with Daemon. And I have perhaps erred in waiting for him to prove himself. I wish you to go to Harrenhal.
Are you removing me from your council?
Sir Alfred, I will not deny you have tried my patience of late. Or that I would prefer a council more inclined to champion their queen, but I know you will never accept the Hightower claim.
Not while I live, Your Grace.
I ask you to reason with him. Find out his state of mind.
The way men do in this time and frame, you know.
Intentions.
Whether he means to raise a host for me or for himself.
He would not dare.
I've known Daemon to lack in daring.
Ugh. I hear someone walking up on him, but tormented dreams are so fucked. Like, the dream world is where we go to be at peace. Like, as far as I'm concerned, being alive, being awake, like, that's a tax we have to pay to go back to sleep.
The River Lords have come, Your Grace. They wish an audience.
Now? What godless hour is it?
Maybe this isn't really happening because he's asleep. It could be, you know, a fuckery.
Is there some reason you feel free to wake a king in his bed?
There have been complications.
The sacred septs on Bracken lands were looted and burned.
As were the fields and farms. The livestock was stolen, and our peasants put to the sword.
They pursued the women and the children. There were works of barbarity.
They've exploited the war for the crown to visit atrocities upon their old rivals.
I have seen my fair share of their quarrels, and I tell you there is no honor in a fight such as this.
He's got his hand on the sword.
These beasts proudly carried the banner of House Targaryen.
A terrible war is being fought in these lands.
Jesus.
Have you looked after our girls?
Ghost wife from the grave. Well, obviously ghost wife, but...
We should have expected nothing more from a man who ordered the slaughter of a child in his mother's arms.
Yes and no.
That is a lie, and I will have the man who told it brought before me.
Oh, your man is half the kingdom, my prince.
Well, then half of you are about to get back, lady.
Watched closely by the eyes of old gods and new.
What's
that? No.
What's that?
We shall not raise our banners for a tyrant.
Well, you need the Riverlands, and it doesn't look like you're getting it. Oh man, she said that she was gonna trust what Daemon was doing, and what a great cut! Him on the one side of the fireplace, cutting to her on the other side. Whoa, 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 whoa! Somebody draped in red. Is that a red priestess of a shy? Oh no, that's the That's the Dragonstone maid that dipped out, right? We keep seeing her. Am I crazy?
I have an errand for the Lady Massaria.
I thought she was dead.
Would she die without collecting her due?
Melinda.
Hand of the Queen. Who's gonna be his hand? Is Kristen Cole was... Is that why Kristen vouched for him also to keep his job? See, they definitely set up Aemond to like want to be king and be the one who does everything, but I always...
Was it worth the price?
But that all ties back to, you know, the dad's choice in the first season for succession. What'd he say? I wonder if subtitles would have said something.
Prince Jacaerys, Your Grace.
The formality. It's my fucking son.
Visenya.
Vhagar's first rider. And the first wielder of Dark Sister. What is the mood at the Twins? Did his lordship quibble?
Well, no. Oh, yeah, we made a deal with the Twins.
I'm proud of you, Jace. You've done our cause a great service. Your dragon is young. Will you fly before Vhagar as Luke did?
I'm sorry, I haven't said much. I'm just taking this conversation, and I'm really drawn in. I just need an editing point.
But if all else fails, it is I who must fight. Vhagar is big, but Syrax is quicker.
So was Meleys.
Meleys fought 2 dragons and one of them is slain.
She was really low to the ground and got blind spotted. Shouldn't have done it, but...
We have no dearth of dragons. We have 2 large enough to stand against Vhagar. They are called Vermithor and Silverwing. And they sleep just beneath our feet.
Yes, and if only they had riders, none could stand against me.
Vermithor sang to the one, right?
And not from
Season 1, it had a scar across its snout.
There are those of our line who never ruled. Those who married into other noble houses. Their children born with other names.
Generation ago or more.
We're setting up shit for Blackfire Rebellion years later.
There are records here, surely, of our line.
Yo.
Those who fell out of it.
Well, yeah, weren't there Baratheons that were cross-married into somewhere down the line? They had the blood of the dragon in the Baratheons.
It's a mad sword.
Damn. All those candles too. Careful. Oh no, is that the episode? I thought there was more. I wanted more. Well, at least the next episode will be out tomorrow. Okay, let's get to the outro. Season 2, Episode 5, Regent. As the Greens consider how to fill a void on Aegon's council, Daemon tries to persuade the Brackens to bend the knee. Okay. How many episodes for House of the Dragon Season 2? 8. Okay. Alright, so that was the episode. Obviously a name like Regent, it was mirroring both Aemond, being named Regent King, and also our boy Daemon, bad boy Daemon, King Consort, in a way also a Regent-ish position. I mean, no, not really, but, neither of you are, truly coronated kings, is the point. I enjoyed, was it Bela and Corlys, or all their names are so similar. The Corlys conversation he had with the eldest daughter, or the eldest granddaughter. Their conversation, grandfather and granddaughter, it was well acted. It was well written. I liked the story that she told and how she wants to go out, and I'm still fighting and a piece of her is with me, and what are you gonna do, and then leaves him with it, or leaves him with it being the hand of the king thing, pendant box. Is Aegon gonna wake up? What did he try to say? Will I see it in editing? I don't know, but I haven't edited any of these episodes yet, so it's gonna be a long while until I get back to this moment. I like that Jace was able to do his part and secure, you know, the phrase and the crossing and all that. That's good stuff, because we know about, you know, the Stark forces, the Greybeards, and all the other people that are being mustered. They'll need a path into the Riverlands, but the Riverlands aren't doing too good right now via Daemon at Harrenhal. But I wonder how long they're going to keep him there, because I know him and his dragon have some bombastic shit coming up. But you know, that CGI budget, they kind of cut some corners on this episode a little bit. But if it gives us something more like the previous episode later on down the line, you know, that's fine. People aren't going to think about the Melee's head through the, you know, street scene, or the weird Harrenhal backdrops that I commented on. Those won't be, you know, negative points that people recall or, you know, remember the season for. This is not season 7 and 8 of Game of Thrones, and arguably parts of season 6. That meme of the horse is Game of Thrones and it's beautiful, and then it gets to season 6 and it's a little wonky, and then 7 and 8 is just fucking stick figure horse off the charts bad. Yes. As much as I shit on season 7 and 8, there were some good scenes in there. I'm not going to really talk about them. There were some really good moments and some decent payoffs, but it was just so cluttered with the bad that, you know, it kind of drowned out the little good parts. That's why I don't think the bad backdrops or CGI elements, wonky shit, won't overall tear down the season, because it's been amazing. Yeah, I feel like Rhaenyra being kind of mad at her son, Jace, for, you know, running off and doing shit on his own. I kind of feel like she understands, because, like, she wanted, like, there were impulses that she had as a young dragon rider that nobody let her do, so that now that she's in a position where there's young dragon riders who want to do the same thing. At least last season she was like letting him go, letting him do stuff, but now after what happened with Luke last season, she's a little more protective, and Jace is a little stir crazy, but she understands that, because she too is stir crazy. Jace wants to leave, but she won't let her. She won't let him. The Queen wants to leave, but her council won't let her. It's a similar situation, and it's frustrating, and I think she's aware of it. It's funny in the Eyrie with her two little dragons, and it's like, that's what you all brought. It's you knew what they wanted. And the eggs, I didn't mention it. Well, I mean, I didn't even think of it, but, you know, just spoilage through internet was like, oh, were those Daenerys' eggs from that previous episode? So that, like, is in my head, and apparently so, and is apparently so, comma, so, we know some of these eggs, didn't they take 4, and we know that Dany gets 3, so what happens with that other egg, you know, will it hatch? I don't know. Could it be that thing where, no, I was going to say the last dragons were like little chickens, little tiny sized mutants and all, you know, deformed and not big, and but that's not going to happen for some time still, because the dragons didn't die off until, well, the skulls are on the throne. Who cares? This is not a history lesson on the original show. This is me rambling at a camera, and that's not appropriate either. Oh yeah, 7.5 minutes of outro, that's too much. So, thank you all for being here. I'm looking forward to the next one. It's airing tomorrow night, and I think I'm going to record it then. So, thanks again, and goodbye.